Okay. Now, what is this? So far we have learned about all the concepts, right? All the concepts have been taught in the strength of materials itself. Now, by using that concept, how if I'm giving you some material for the for the purpose, for application point of view, application purpose, I want to design a shaft. I want to design a coupling. Okay. For that, how to use all the knowledge whatever we learned from the past 4 lectures, and how to use that and design that particular component is what our objective. You got it right? For example, from practical point of view, if you see that, suppose I'm having a shaft. Okay. A shaft is having a gear. Okay. Shaft is having a gear, something like this. Shaft is having a gear, something like this. Okay. If two gears are like engaging, okay, you will be expressing two kinds of forces here. Okay. One is radial force, another one is tangential force. If it is rotating in this direction, other one is tangential force. You got it right? So this is my shaft, guys. This is my shaft. So you'll be experiencing two kinds of forces. Okay. Now, two kinds of forces, right? So we can say that from power is nothing but torque into omega. I've given you the formula in the previous section. You can refer it the website. Okay. From torque, sorry guys. From torque, we can find the value of F tangential. The value of F tangential is nothing but, torque is nothing but Ft into radius. Okay. Using that, we can find the value of Ft. Similarly, Fr. Okay. We can find the value of Fr using, parallel axis theorem. Okay. Parallelogram theorem. Okay. Sorry. Parallelogram theorem. Okay. Here, this is my Fr. This is my Ft. Okay. This is my resultant F. Okay, guys. And this is my pressure angle. The pressure angle. Anyway, I'll be giving the tomorrow the section is deep, all about gears. Today, let me give you a small introduction. Okay. Just I want to give you some introduction of what is the design, how it plays role. Okay. So this psi is nothing but pressure angle. Using this thing, you can easily find that Fr is nothing but Ft into tan phi. Okay. Ft into tan phi. By using if I'm transmitting this load into the shaft, now my criteria is to design only the shaft. Design of gear and all we'll be talking in the later section. My criteria is to design only the shaft. So what kind of loading is acting in the shaft? You know that there is one load, the same Fr is acting here also, then the same tangential load. If you want to transfer this tangential load here, okay, then apply the principle of transmissibility. Okay, principle of transmissibility is nothing but, for example, I'm having a load something around here, some load. Okay, so this is my axis and it is separated by distance of E. If I want to transfer this load along here, means this can be transferred something like this. The same load can be transferred Ft along with the moment is also carried. It carried a moment as well. This is the transmission. This is the principle of transmissibility. Anyway, I'll be discussing this topic when we enter into the mechanics chapter. Okay, the mechanics chapter will be yet to be teach. Okay, yet to be taught. It will be in the next week. We'll be starting the engineering mechanics as well. அப்போ உங்களுக்கு டீப்பா நான் சொல்லி தரேன். First, now just concept பண்ண புடிச்சுக்கோங்க. So Ft, okay. Now moment as well. Ft into R. So for a shaft, there are different kinds of loading is acting in the shaft, right? There is not a single load. As you can see that there is not a single load. So a shaft contains not a single gear. There are multiple gears as well. A single shaft learn there are multiple gears as well. So we can say that a shaft, suppose this is shaft means a single shaft. Okay, it have a coplanar loads. Non-coplanar loads. Coplanar in a sense in the same plane, guys. It is not in the same plane, different plane. So it contains a different non-coplanar loads. Okay. So அதுதான் வந்து ஷாப்ட்ல இருக்கும். So different kinds of loads will be there. So how to design from this loads, how to design a particular shaft. Okay. So இதுக்கு தான் வந்து already the deep concept I have given you, the principal stresses. So in the first lecture, I have explained only the concept of Mohr circle. Now let me give the formula of principal stresses from the Mohr circle. Sigma 1 is nothing but sigma x plus sigma y divided by 2 plus or minus root of the whole square plus tau xy square. You got it right? This is the formula for principal stress. The formula for maximum shear stress is nothing but tau max. Sorry, you know this formula already very well, guys. Okay, sigma max by sigma minimum divided by 2. Okay, just note it down the formula. Okay, the reason is like the shaft is having a non-coplanar loads. Nah? From this shaft, we can resolve the loads into two components. One is along the vertical direction and one is along the horizontal direction. You got it right? If you resolve the components, if you draw the shear force bending moment diagram, okay, of the shaft, to draw the bending moment diagram of the shaft, it is only for concept. Exam first I'm explaining the concept. Then we'll go to the exam point of view in the later part. Okay, concept. Okay, so if I draw the bending moment diagram for this, something like this, okay, and horizontal bending moment diagram, this is vertical bending moment diagram. Bending moment diagram already explained in previous class. Go and refer the website, guys. Horizontal bending moment diagram. So you'll be having two kinds of bending moment for vertical load and horizontal load as well. Okay, so the resultant bending is nothing but m is equal to root of horizontal bending moment the whole square plus vertical bending moment the whole square. You got it right, guys? At each and every section, you have to find the resultant bending moment. So whichever the bending moment, where the resultant bending moment is maximum, that's the criteria. Using that maximum bending moment, we have to design our shaft. Okay, the shaft should not fail, right? For that, we have to take the maximum bending from the information from the loading information what we got. From the maximum bending, like here, you have to design our shaft. Okay, already I have given you the formula of simple bending and torsion. Okay, for simple bending, I think it's visible, guys. Anyway, na konjam increase panniken size. Simple bending and torsion, the formula we have discussed is m by I is equal to sigma by y is equal to E by R, guys. Okay, usually shafts are circular in shape, so anal namakku problem kariyadu. Okay, shafts are circular in shape, so we can say that the moment of inertia of circular area is pi by 64 into d power 4. Okay, from here we can say that sigma b is nothing but m by I into y. Sigma b is nothing but y is equal to d by 2 for the shaft. If you do the substitution, we'll get something like sigma b is equal to m by pi by 32 into d cube. Similarly, it's the same torsion formula. T by j is equal to g theta by L is equal to tau by r. Okay, tau by r. From here we can say that T by j torsion is equal to, so we need the shear stress. Tau is equal to T into R divided by tau max. T into R divided by j. Okay, so tau is nothing but T by pi by 16 into d cube, because the j, the polar moment of inertia for a circular subject, is pi by 32 into d power 4. Substitute that one here and you will get the formula something like this. Okay, for a shaft, okay, if I'm taking a cube, infinitesimal small cube in this shaft, okay, or small cube on the shaft and this shaft will experience a load of something like two different kinds of loads will be acting, right? If I'm applying a torsion as well as a transverse bending, pure bending நடக்குது, torsion நடக்குது, அந்த மாதிரி எடுத்து இருந்ததுனா, if I'm taking the cube, okay, if I'm taking the cube, okay, it will have sigma b as well as shear stress as well. Okay, so now this is my sigma x and sigma y. Okay, now this is my sigma x and sigma y. Sorry, sigma x. This is my tau. Okay, substitute this in our well-known formula. Substitute this one in our, substitute this in our well-known formula, guys. Okay, formula of principal stresses. Substitute the condition of sigma x is equal to the bending stress. Sigma y is 0 here because there is no loading in the y direction. Sigma y is 0. Okay, then tau is as itself. If you substitute that, we can get the formula something like this, guys. Substitute that, sigma 1 is equal to, okay, and the formula substitute pannunga. If substitute and if you do the simplification, substitute and do the simplification, finally you will get sigma 1 something like 1 by pi by 32 d cube into 1 by 2, okay, m plus root of t square m square. Okay, sigma 2 will be 0, sigma 3 will be 1 by pi by 32 d cube into 1 by 2 m minus root of t square m square. Okay, you got it right, this formula. Okay, you got it right. Using this principal stresses, once you obtain the principal stresses, okay, now the next one is what? Our design criteria. I've already talked about the design criteria as well, okay, in the previous section. Okay, guys, please go and refer the videos, then only